Hello lovelies, welcome to Chrissy Cooking at Home. I'm Chrissy and today I am making ricotta gnocchi with a mustard cream sauce. Not very traditional, I know, but Logan loves it. That's what I do. So first, I think I've got everything out and ready to do this. I'm not scrambling for ingredients while jabbering to ya. I have 3 eggs. We're gonna make our gnocchi dough. I'll lightly beat that to give it a head start. Ricotta. This is part skim. I usually get the whole milk ricotta, but you know, it's hard to find things right now. These things are always a pain to open for me. But I just take a serrated, like, steak knife around the edge and pop that off. Put that over there for the garbage. So the whole container, this is 15 ounces, or 16 ounces, just whatever, the whole thing. Okay. In go the eggs. Mix those together. Nope, ricotta. We need olive oil. I'm in a hurry. Got things to do today. But still gotta eat. So, 2 tablespoons olive oil. I don't know where I picked up this recipe. I haven't been making it for very long. Sorry, paper towels in the way. Okay, so then I have my poison, which is grade, you know, if you've seen my videos, my kosher salt. I'm gonna do like a hearty pinch, so that is probably a nice teaspoonful, full teaspoonful of kosher salt. This is gonna make a lot of gnocchi. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, my bad. I'm not Italian. Okay, so there's that. Now we need flour. We're going to do 3 cups of flour. Now make sure your hands are nice and clean because we're going to get our hands nice and dirty. So that's 1. That's 2. Remember, scoop and level. And that's 3. Now, you may need more. Depends on how moist your ricotta is. How big your eggs are. If you have really big eggs, then you might need more flour to bring this together. Looks like I didn't need as much. Okay, so I just have a rubber spatula and I am just kind of pressing the flour into the center of the moist part where the ricotta and the egg and the oil are, and salt. All right. All right. Move my measuring spoons. That goes in the sink to be washed. This goes in the sink for recycling. Push the flour back. I'm going to move some utensils for our cream sauce. Off camera, I do have a large stock pot. It's like 8 quart. The standard biggest one you get when you get a sat. About 2/3 of the way full with water. We're going to salt that water. From my education, it's a pasta, even though it's a dumpling. You want that salty as the sea. Salty. Salt gives flavor. If you want to leave it out, that's totally your prerogative. No food police is coming to your house to tell you, put salt in your water. Ain't happening. Now, I'm going to put a lid on that. Now, I have a large, deep skillet right here. This is what we're going to make our sauce in. And from what I understand, the trick to a good gnocchi is as soon as it starts floating, get it out of that water. Hi, honey, what's up?
I don't know.
Okay, what do you need?
No,
Flour.
I actually just wanted to see what you're doing.
Making your gnocchi.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, Ma.
Okay, so now I'm just kind of like kneading the dough a little bit. I don't really overwork it much. But it is a sticky-ish dough. So make sure it's not lightly floured. You want it nice and floured so it's not sticking to you. Alright, so here is our big lump of dough. I cut it into thirds and I work with a third at a time. So, it always makes me feel like I'm back with the Play-Doh Kid Fun Factory. Now, these are handy. These are really awesome. I got this at the Dollar Tree a few years ago. And we're going to do this in batches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, my bowl's close, good. Okay, so just like Play-Doh Fun Factory, you're just rolling out a log. I don't know the dimension to give you. Maybe like, I don't know, half. You ever had gnocchi? There's potato gnocchi and there's ricotta gnocchi. For me, ricotta is faster. So I don't have to cook the potato. I don't have to press the potato through a potato ricer. Alright. Moving that aside, getting in my way, getting on my nerves. Okay, so if you ever played with Play-Doh, you just want to make a big snake. My water's boiling. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Lid's on it. Now I have a mesh strainer and a slotted spoon to scoop these. It's too floured. To scoop these out of the water since we're doing this in batches. I know I'm going fast. It's a busy day, but I wanted to share this recipe when I did it. So, it's not a pretty snake, it's not a perfect snake, it's not meant to be. You're gonna do, pinch it, so about as long as your fingernail, without an extension. So, and then place it in some flour. See, they are just little pieces. Any more flour. Or else these suckers will stick. You don't want them to stick. Now, I'm to a really fat part of my Play-Doh snake here. So I'm making them just slightly smaller. Because you want them all about the same size. They, you know, cook evenly, yada, yada, yada. A little fat, some sections, because you're in a hurry and you're not perfecting it like me. Make it work. Don't know what else to tell you. Make it work. My boys need fed. We need lunch. It is 11:23 a.m. Okay. That's part of the first third. Remember, I was getting annoyed. I have my cookbook off camera to the side here with this recipe. My elbow keeps bumping it. I have my ingredients out for the mustard sauce, okay? So for the mustard sauce, you want half a stick of salted butter. You can use unsalted if you want. Again, I'm not going to come to your house and be like, salt. No, we don't need a low sodium diet here. So to me, salt imparts flavor. There are some things I will use unsalted butter for. Just depends on what it is. It's not much though, but it's been known to happen. Or, like right now, if I could not find salted, because when I went to Target, I got the last 2 boxes of salted butter, and they had a ton of unsalted. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, you get in the picture? Pinch. These are going to plump up. Now, if you are not good at multitasking in the kitchen, I highly recommend getting all your gnocchi cut. See, they're sticking. Getting all your gnocchi cut, okay? Doing it in batches so you can stand over it because you have to. You have to get it all out. As soon as they float, you have to get them out. Or you're going to end up with little tough balls of dough. We don't want tough balls of dough. We want fluffy gnocchi. I don't know if you can hear the TV in the background. It's kind of loud. I got YouTube playing, listening to other YouTubers cooking in the kitchen. Where I got my inspiration to start my own channel. I'm so excited though, guys. I gotta tell you, I got some beets today. They aren't very big. They're just kind of like runts of the litter beets, but it's still beets. And they were gifted to me. They were free. I am going to can me up some pickled beets because I love pickled beets. Just snack on the little suckers. I don't know what anybody else does with them besides pickled eggs, but I just like to snack on the little suckers. All right. I'm doing this all at once instead of when I usually do it in rounds. You need that water at a rolling boil, okay? If you don't have a bench scraper like this, that's fine. A big chef's knife will work just fine. Just pinch your dough so you get this pinched dough shape. And that's the shape of my ricotta gnocchi. Once we get the ricotta going, or the ricotta, the gnocchi going in the pot, we're going to immediately start on our sauce. It's going to come together quick. The longest part of this, standing on my feet, try not to put them on top of each other, is this. Rolling it out. Last piece, just pinch. Flour. Okay. Don't stick together. They're going to stick together. There's always some that stick together. All right, this one's kind of a big heifer. This was the middle piece. He got kind of big. So, just kind of squeezing. Did you play with Play-Doh as a kid? This really reminds me of Play-Doh. It's like a really soft Play-Doh. But this Play-Doh, which is not Play-Doh, we can actually eat instead of pretend. Getting on my nerves again. I'm in a mood today because I'm in a hurry. I feel rushed. I don't like feeling rushed. Ends here, and then we'll work on the middle. And now I'm just kind of squeezing it out. I was never very good at playing with Play-Doh, let me tell you. Just like this, it got on my nerves quickly. But it's so worth it. That's why I keep making it. It's so good, and Logan loves it. And it's just a few simple ingredients to make homemade gnocchi. Now, do I make it like an Italian woman? Doubtful. I am not Italian. I'll tell you right now, I am Cajun and Irish. That is my strongest bloodlines. There's other stuff mixed in, just like everybody else. You're just too fat. I don't like it. Some things you want nice and fat and plump, and some things you don't. Really sticky. careful if you're using a knife. Don't cut your fingertips off, okay? Okay, then we have our last little bit. I'm gonna actually sprinkle that with a little bit of flour. It looks like it's dying to stick to something. I'm actually trying to rearrange my schedule, but I haven't heard back yet to see if I can. Hopeful. If I can slow down. I mean, we're 15 minutes into this video, and if you're hanging with me, you are flipping awesome. So this is one of my 30-minute from scratch meals. And like I say in my description, I make homemade and semi-homemade. Like, yeah, this is from scratch, but like, how scratch is it? I buy the flour already processed. I don't grow it and grind it myself. I buy the dairy already processed from the store. I don't milk the cow myself. I buy the ricotta ready-made. I don't even make the ricotta, which, you know, you can. This is a lot of gnocchi for all of us. It's just the 3 of us, but it'll get eaten. Okay. Lid off the pot. You can't see the pot off the camera. I'm gonna get a better camera, okay? So, make sure they're not sticking. Scoop. Dump in your pot. Scoop. Dump in your pot. Scoop. Dump in your pot. Dump. And yes, flour is going to be going in. Lid back on. Make sure it's on high. Oops. You do want that flour to travel with it. Okay. So, I'm going to keep an eye on that while we get the sauce going. Let me wash the ricotta gnocchi dough off my hands. Alright. Now, we'll bring this back. Yes, there's flour still on my counter. It's just flour. Ain't hurting nothing. I'm in a hurry. Ooh. Like I said, half a stick salted butter in the pan. That goes with that. Then what I have measured out is some Dijon mustard. I have half a cup. I have 1.5 cups of heavy cream. We have my witch's poison, aka kosher salts. We have some nutmeg, parsley, thyme, and granulated garlic. Be right back. Where are you? Need a zester for my fresh nutmeg. I've already turned on the heat. It's on high. Should probably do this on medium. So I'm going to keep it. Yep, it's coming back up to a boil. I'm going to give it a light stir. I'm going to scrape the bottom. Get those gnocchi loosened up. Just as it starts to come back up to a simmer. Because these suckers like to stick together, let me tell you. Let me get my gnocchi bowl. All about dirtying as little dishes as possible. So, gnocchi bowl. Sieve. Slotted spoon. Butter in your skillet. Alright, next, butter's melted. We're gonna put in our mustard. Plop. Alright, we're gonna reuse this. Okay. My family, they don't care if I lick my fingers. If you're cooking for company, don't do that. Okay, whisk your mustard into your butter. Get it nice and combined. It will combine. What are we putting in next? Putting in the half and half. Okay. I'll show you what the mustard and butter look like. You're starting to float. Okay, there's that. So I'm going to turn that down to low. Start scooping these suckers out. Now they'll be fine sitting in the sieve until the sauce is done. I'm not scraping the bottom, sorry. The mustard's fine, sorry. I'm a horrible cameraman. I'm just horrible. I'll get better. Takes practice, I'm sure. I'm trying to see through the screen what I'm doing at the same time as actually watching what I'm doing, so it's like my eyeballs are bouncing back and forth. See how fast gnocchi cooks? See those two? They stuck together. Little jerks. Alright, I separated them with my spoon. Alright, so since this is a stainless steel pot, there is going to be some like gnocchi dough that's stuck to the bottom. It's going to need some elbow grease. We are done with the gnocchi pot. Back to our mustard. Alright. In goes our half and half. I turned it back up on high. Whisk that in. Don't stop whisking once you put that cream in for very long if you're up on high. You'll scald it. We're not trying to scald the milk. Or the half and half. If all you have is milk, by all means use some milk, just maybe a little less. And then maybe just cook it a while to thicken it. Alright. Got it in. Stay. Now, what do we do next? Simmer for 3 minutes. Whisk in seasoning, remove from heat, stir in sour cream. Alright, so in here, kind of scraping the edges a little bit. Come on. Get off. Okay. Put you back over here. Okay. So as it's coming up to a simmer, I'm going to measure out half a cup of sour cream. This is full fat, it's not low fat, so if you have low fat, try it. Maybe it'll work out fine. I don't know. Use what you have. Use what you like. Okay, I love this brand, Hood. It's an awesome brand. Alright, we're coming up to a simmer. Salt. Kosher salt. I love my different salts, don't get me wrong. We're only doing a half a teaspoon for that whole thing because we're going to have a nice tang from the Dijon. So, a teaspoon of salt. Half a tablespoon of parsley. There we go. Now, we love garlic. If you don't, leave it out, use less, whatever. Half a tablespoon is what I'm doing. Okay? Thyme, which I am good on thyme. Half a teaspoon thyme leaves, or you can use ground thyme. If I had ground thyme, I'd use ground thyme, but I'm out. I didn't grab any. Alright. Yeah, this is really bubbling away. 1, 3, 6, 7. I count to 7. 7 grates of your nutmeg. I don't buy the powdered stuff. I buy the whole nutmegs. Keep them in a dark bottle. We're going to put our parsley away. Put our witch's poison away. And we're going to stir this together. This goes in the sink to be washed. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do sour cream. Okay? But you need to remove it from heat to do sour cream. So while I'm whisking, it's coming together. It's not scorching. It's not scalding. It's awesome. This is a non-stick skillet though. It's granite, non-stick. Love this thing. Got it in Aldi's. I don't know how many years ago. So long ago. All right. Looking good. I'll show you what it looks like. Come here. Okay, can you see it through the steam? Okay. Sour cream in. that in the sink. And I removed it from heat. Then put in the sour cream. Look at that. Look at that sauce. Look how fast that mustard sauce came together. This is fantastic over chicken or pork loin. Logan loves it with gnocchi. All right, remember that gnocchi? I'm going to swap it in there. One left, it does not want to come out. All right, now this is off the heat. We're going to just stir to coat. I made such a lovely mess. It's okay. It's what soap and cleaners and wash rags and scrubbies are for. And there you have it. Done. 26 minutes. This video is 26 minutes long. That does not include me getting out the ingredients, which took me only a few minutes because my kitchen is small. I don't have far to travel. Where's the cookbook? I gotta put away the sour cream. I gotta put away the flour. But it is time to eat. And I have time to spare. It is 11:40. Thanks for hanging with me today. Maybe I inspired you to try this or try something new. Or see, it's not hard to make gnocchi. It's not hard. You can do it. I know you can. But do it your way. If you don't like my way, do it your way. It's really good with Alfredo sauce. Fantastic. It's really good with brown butter. Amazing. Sometimes I do it with sage ground sausage and brown butter. That's my favorite way. Logan likes this mustard cream sauce. So most of the time I do it this way. All right, lovelies. I'm off to eat some lunch and get on with my day. So I hope you have a great day. Till next time.